For 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Let me thank the gentlelady for yielding, also for being very vigilant in protecting women's right to privacy, and alerting us as to the really dangers in this very terrible rule and terrible bill. First of all, once again, as I said yesterday, this is just downright wrong. This is a horrible bill. This takes away a woman's right to privacy. And again, I thought in our country we prided ourselves on the right to privacy. Women have a right to determine their own health care decisions. They can make these decisions with whomever they deem appropriate. There is no way that members of Congress should intervene, should direct or superimpose views and government policies on women's health care and women's right to privacy. This bill, once again, the Hyde Amendment was passed, I believe it was, in the 70s. We should be providing access to women's health care so low-income women would have the same opportunities to determine their own health care decisions as other women who have the access. But federal funds haven't been allowed for many, many years now. And so I don't know why these bogus arguments are being made on this bill, because we don't have federal funding of abortions. And I think women know that and see this as a real sinister move to once again deny women their right to health care and their right to privacy. Also, once again, we're seeing how another bill further undermines D.C.'s home rule. This bill prohibits the District of Columbia from using its own funds to provide abortions. You know, why would we do this? The D.C. has a right to determine how they want to provide health care for women and have their own ability to determine their own destiny. But once again, for low-income women in Washington, D.C., they're under assault with this bill. It's really a shame and disgrace that once again we're up here and debunk the argument that federal funds are being used for abortions, because they're not. Today, the 42nd anniversary of Roe versus Wade, we should really be talking about expanding access to a full range of reproductive health services for everyone, including low-income women. May I have an additional minute, please?
Gentlelady's time has expired.
Let me yield the gentlelady an additional minute.
Gentlelady is recognized for 1 minute.
We should be talking about expanding reproductive health services for all women, including low-income women. We should be talking about pay equity. We should be talking about child care. We should be talking about paid family medical leave. We should be talking about creating jobs. But rather than that, here we go once again trying to get in the middle of a woman's decision to move forward with her own life based on the decisions that she and her physician and her family members make. And so the right to privacy, once again, is being undermined by this bill. You know, you can't have a right to privacy and keep government out of your private life on one hand, and on the other hand, say government's got to interfere with your personal and private business. Health care is too important for women. Women need to be able to make their own health care decisions, and this bill would do the exact opposite. It would move our country backwards. It would move women's health care backwards. And I hope that members will vote no on this rule and no on the bill. We need to be expanding access to women's health care. Thank you again.
Gentlelady from New York reserves. Gentlelady